Right, so just dropped the car off at the Tesla service center and they've given me a brand new Juniper as a loan car for the next hour or so. I don't think it has full self-driving, but I think it has enhanced autopilot. So this is going to be a pretty cool little test to see the capabilities of this system. So be attentive. I'm going to turn that off because I'm not a big fan of the GPS screen on these. Not to mention it's dragging more processing power to kind of use it. But I'm going to give it a go and have a look at the differences between our just standard autopilot on hardware 3 and a hardware 4 autopilot potential enhanced. We'll have a look. Let's swipe that across so we can have a look at the graphics, the display. So stopping for traffic control in 200 meters. So it's saying there's a traffic signal slowing down, which I don't like. No, keep going. Okay, that's a fail. Should have seen the green light and continued. But it'll be interesting to see if the graphics are any different. Yeah, the graphics for the traffic lights are pretty epic, pretty full on compared to ours. Full self-driving is on this vehicle, it's just not switched on. I wonder whether I can switch it on. I mean, it's picking up the traffic lights, but I'm not really sure why it's wanting to stop at the traffic lights. The graphics and animations on the screen when it comes to traffic lights are so much more vivid, so much more of what's going on and what's alerted to the area. The lights seem more prominent. So yeah, that's pretty wild to have that kind of pop up. Oh, actually, can I self-park here? Here we go. It's gonna bang it into this spot here. See, that's cool. Enhanced autopilot, that is a cool feature. I'm not doing anything. Let's see how good it goes into this park here. Beautiful, nailed it. That's a pretty cool feature. So basically when you're in a car park or in an area, you just put your foot on the brake and the car knows exactly which gear to put it in. So you don't need to be punching the gears up here, which is pretty intuitive. That's pretty cool. How cool that we get to test out some enhanced autopilot. Right, let's do this. Indicate. Yep, you can go. I like that as an autopilot system. Indicate and go. That's got to be up there. Yeah, nice standard autopilot. On widened roads, my standard autopilot hunts to try and find the center. Obviously autopilot and the enhanced autopilot system uses the lanes. So it wants to keep central of the lanes, which is okay, but in Australia we have a lot of wide lanes or areas where the lane will just widen. Yeah, so that for that example just then, that road just widens for a portion for a bus to head into that area, and the car kind of freaked out. It didn't know whether to stay in this lane or head over to there. Where I think if you have full self-driving, enhanced self-driving, it would do that okay. See, again there, my autopilot doesn't think that's a set of traffic lights on the highway. So that's, yeah, freaks out here too. Another failing of autopilot as a system is that it uses lane markings, and in Australia we have some very large intersections where there are no lanes, and the car just doesn't look far enough to pick up another lane, and so halfway through a very large intersection it'll just start freaking out. Curvature assist not needed. But would I swap ours for this? I don't think I would. I mean, if I had some money laying around, would I get an upgraded Model 3 Highland? I'm not even sure I would do that. With the current trajectory in autonomy and the potential that AI4, hardware 4 systems may not be capable enough to do high-end point A to point B, zero intervention autonomy, AI5 or hardware 5 is potentially 6 to 12 months away. I don't think you'd want to upgrade from a hardware 3 model to a hardware 4 model. I think you would want to just hold out 6 months and wait to see what happens in a potential hardware 5, which I would assume you would be able to upgrade, because I think the modern computers in this model will have a chipset replacement program built into the hardware. Whereas in ours, if we were to have to upgrade from hardware 3 to hardware 4, it's a whole new computer, it's a whole new brain, it's all new. Oh, see, even ours is better than this. It's all new cameras. Here's this scenario that I was talking about. The lane just widens, which is what you just do in Australia. The lane just widens, where the car wants to kind of keep in the center of the widened part, and so it doesn't really know what to do. Even ours lately has started learning to stay on the right hand side, so I don't know whether that's an AI learning process or whether that's a software. Obviously the software is going to be completely different in an AI4 hardware 4 and a hardware 3 model Y compared to a 3. But it's pretty smooth. I do want to change lanes though. I want to let it do its thing. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I picked that spot quite nicely.